Greetings and salutations, Lee.
Loosey Goosey chime time.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We took a week off last week celebrating Canada Day. We needed a day off ourselves as well. As you know, we run Halton Hills Online. And that's 365, 24/7.
It's our own community radio station.
Absolutely.
You got Big Daddy in the morning with Bud the Spud on a Stick. Of course, Leah Lywood is a big fan of Bud the Spud on a Stick.
They were dating for a while.
They
weren't
were. Yeah, of course.
You
Bud
told on me.
Yeah. Bud, of course, is a potato that I've been having on my show for the last 50 years, and he doesn't have any hands, so he sticks all of the stories and brings them to us on the show.
Big Daddy Russ Horton, myself, Lee Lake, and Leah Lywood, our Loosey Goosey show about town here on our vlog every week, and welcome back, everybody. So.
Yeah, it's summertime, and things are slow around here in the summer. Like
It's the Friday of the Rogers meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody freaking out because Rogers is down. Now, I think the biggest concern for me is that people can't even call 911.
And they're having problems with the hospitals and with the banking system.
Yeah.
Apparently Rogers is hooked into banking systems.
Well,
all
the
over
Interact
Canada.
is completely down
Parking.
everywhere.
And parking.
The amount of businesses, because as of this recording, they've been down for over 12 hours now. So you can imagine how many businesses have lost a ton of business, a ton of money.
Yeah.
This
It's
is going to
just nuts.
cost Rogers dearly, 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 I think. So it's, it's crazy, but It's,
Well, tell us about the story. Your roommate went to the hospital.
yeah,
with
my
chest
cousin
pains.
went to the hospital with chest pains and ended up leaving him there because they had him stay for a while. Well, then he tries to get a cab home. He couldn't even call a cab.
Yeah,
Because the
he's
cab
on
companies
Rogers.
are on Rogers as well.
And the hospital couldn't help.
And the hospital couldn't call because they're on Rogers with no backup.
My God.
You have a backup generator.
Now,
Why
that's
wouldn't you
just
have
one example?
Yeah,
That's just
one.
his example.
one?
So many.
Oh,
so many
people
I've
are
talked
on
to.
just going nuts today on Facebook.
And you look on
so-
Facebook, it's like it's a mass Rogers fire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, put it out, for God's sakes! I can't look at this anymore. And but it makes you wonder about the world today.
Yeah, it does.
And the powers that be
is
across
technology
the globe.
really a benefit?
And how easy is it for countries to hack into other countries' stuff?
And two,
And
always carry cash.
Yeah.
I'm sick of people that go, I never carry cash. Well, now you're the idiot that's not getting your Tim Hortons and
I'm
your
sorry,
McDonald's.
I love my
and-
cash, and obviously it's going to disappear one day. But
They keep having these problems, and this is the other thing people were complaining about on Facebook was the cryptocurrency situation, because anybody that's connected with Rogers and their cryptocurrency, well, you can't touch your money.
We are brought to you by our wonderful friends at Max Tires,
Yes.
905-873-9255. Auto repairs and accessories on tires. They've got some really sexy stuff in their showroom for tires.
Yeah.
That the rims, everything else. And the tires, lowest price in Ontario, according to Sean and Rob, the owners. So they'll back it up, get in there,
Always
see
say that's-
Smudge, and ask Smudge for an extra fee. I think he does leave a smudge on your car.
Yeah.
Oh
no, it's free now.
It's free, is it?
It's free now. Yeah, it's
But
a
that's
courtesy
Smudge.
thing.
Smudge is a rock star. There's no doubt.
Well, he
about
leaves it all over the
and,
toilet and
Jamie
the
and the
sink
gang.
and-
That's right. And we love the guys at Max Tires and Fred's Towing and Easy Taxi. Still looking for drivers, of course. And Fred's put a picture of the whole team up there from a few years ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I went underneath and said, "Thanks for doing a wonderful," because they work hard. Those guys. They
You
really
work out in this heat.
yeah, at all hours of the day, and they go into crazy, weird situations.
Oh,
that
I'm
you don't know,
sure.
you know what I mean?
I'm sure they
But the picture that they had, half of them are gone now,
Yeah.
and of course Terry's
Moved
still
on.
there. Terry, of course, will be there forever.
He's a staple there.
Yeah. Well, how many times has Terry pulled you out of a ditch, or any of us? He's that
Never
friendly
been in a
face.
ditch, but I know a lot of people.
No,
that
but
have,
I'm
so.
saying, whatever. You break down. And, hey, Terry, can you come and get me? And he's that warm face in the middle of the night that everything's going to be okay. Here's Terry. But Fred's Towing's been around since Fred started it back in the, and of course
In the 50s, I think it was.
there's a
wasn't it?
park in Limehouse named after Fred.
Yeah.
Which I'm very
Well, he had a
proud of.
scrapyard there for a long time too.
I live in his old apartment, and it's I feel at home down
Small
there.
town living.
Yeah, small town.
Speaking of that,
living.
we're on location this week, obviously from Lee's Garage, and a cool event going on. If this gets on by tomorrow, that we're gonna Crazy Chester's going to be at the Cheltenham Street Festival tomorrow.
Awesome.
We're going to be playing in the beer tent, and we're there from 1 till 4, but the festival's going on all day. Again, you're seeing all these, things coming back to life again, and festivals and concerts and stuff, so it's great to see. So come on out, check out Crazy Chester, and check out the cool festival in Cheltenham. It should be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, there's lots of things going on, and of course,
Got to practice tonight.
Neighbors in Georgetown South have a special event coming up on August 18th, I think it is. And hello to Gina and all the gang over at Neighbors in Georgetown South.
I'm on Rogers as well, so I can't make phone calls right now. So I will call her this weekend.
Yeah, we've got your number, honey, and we will give you a call.
We will give you a
They
call.
had Spider-Man there last year, I think it was. And,
he's a great guy. I've done a bunch of gigs with him, and he's actually my garbage man.
Is he?
Marcus.
Spider-Man.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Marcus?
He jumps off the truck one day and goes, "Hey, Lee, Mark."
Yeah, he's been doing that for about, I'm going to say about a year
Keeps him in
now.
shape.
Yeah.
I think it's been about a year
Keeps
now.
They wanted me to do it, but I couldn't. No way. I'd have a hard time jumping off the car for a start. Can you imagine that?
Jumping on the car.
Oh, jumping in, getting even. Never mind. Let's get on with it.
Well, I did
All
a
right.
show. I did a show with him and the Brampton Batman guy.
Oh yeah.
And he came in the car, right? So the kids we did it at the Fall Fair one year.
guess
Oh
so.
my God, what a show that turned out to be. It was
What do you mean the
fantastic.
kids? What about the adults?
Oh, even the
There were
adults.
kids.
Oh God, yeah.
We all
grew
there
up
were
with
dads.
Spider-Man
There were
and Batman.
dads there beside the car with the two of them
That's
getting
awesome.
pictures.
We
It
had,
was-
we had them come once in a while with the bike program.
And when you
and
think
we had
about
the
it,
Avengers, and we had from whatever.
to have
But there it
Batman
is.
and Spider-Man there, it's a joining of the DC and the Marvel.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
DC. DC,
Exactly.
of course, is.
But you know what? It's only the adults that care about that. The kids don't. They
Yeah.
could care less what form they came in, and
it doesn't matter.
They don't care as long as they're done. Now I gotta say, the guy Brampton Batman, he's a big, tall guy. He's a good size. He's taller than I am.
I met him a couple times.
And but that outfit he wears is all leather. It's gotta be hot as Hades in there, man.
And the car. My
Oh, the
God.
car is cool, and he's just had it all redone. All cleaned up, redone, and shiny. Oh, it looks fantastic. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and we'll be getting in touch with you. That event, I believe, is going towards MS, which is near and dear to my heart. So
Yes, exactly.
It's we'll definitely be in touch with you for that.
And
So
we'll link you up to the video, Gina, so you guys can all see what we do
as long as
here.
you're not on Rogers.
Yeah, but don't go on Rogers. Yeah. Ted, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Big time.
All right, let's get to the
Yeah,
news.
let's get through this.
The town of Halton Hills tripling the number of community safety zones, adding 8 more before the end of the year. And
That's a lot.
Community safety zones are designated where public safety is a special concern, with most being near schools, of course. Speeding fines are doubled in community safety zones, so when you're around a school zone, you have to take care. Not only that, it would do your wallet good to take care too if you get caught. Halton Hills currently has 4 existing community safety zones. It was on Delrex, Mountain View, Maple, and I think Mill Street West in Acton. here.
Yeah.
But they're adding a whole bunch, and I'm not going to tell you where they are. They the Independent did list them, but it's a lot. There's like 22 or 23. But just think about the school zones, and you're going to have
That's
a
your
safety
major
zone.
thing. Park areas, like a
Park
lot of parks.
school, go through the schools.
And there's a lot of them. There's a fair amount of schools people don't realize in town too. So
yeah, you add up the schools and one day, and you'll be surprised. How
I'm
many?
quite
George
surprised.
Kennedy is another one.
Yeah.
All of our schools, and you really have to slow down when you're around the kids anyway. That should be a
No-brainer.
A no-brainer. You know what I
Really.
mean? When you see kids, you got to remember the way kids think. When you and I were kids, and Leah, we didn't think about cars. We were trying to get that ball. And kids don't think the way adults do. They run and
They focus.
Well,
they
they have-
focus, and you have to be
They have no
careful.
fear. So
That's right,
It's,
that's right.
It's a different.
That's right.
Different times.
Yeah, very much so. Some people be happy about this. Some people won't be happy about this. Housing prices here in Georgetown and Acton. The Toronto Real Estate Board saying it released its June numbers, and it shows interesting trends for the Halton Hills area. Overall sales in the town were down from 83 in May to 72 last month, and the average price of all home types in Halton Hills has also dipped according to their report. So maybe we can start to see some affordable housing coming back into town. I know Georgetown and Acton have that small town feel, and it is a small town, and that's why we love living here. And so there is a demand for that. People are trying to get away from Brampton, Mississauga, and all that. But
they're all fleeing Toronto, and that's one of the big ones for the GTA.
Well, exactly. This is close enough to the GTA. It's close enough to Guelph, Kitchener, all of that. So people moving into this area, and now with Toronto Premium Outlets doing that, well, I don't know if they've got approved yet, but the big water park that they're trying to do, and the hotel and whatever.
Well,
so
when I retired from radio many years ago.
You never really retired.
Well, when I retired from major market radio,
when
which
he
was
stops
a
breathing,
pain.
he'll retire.
It could be a pain in the ass, you know that. I mean, the energy and the stress you have to put out. I came to Georgetown to get away from all that, and I'm starting a radio station here. But one thing I've noticed about, and I come from Mississauga, the UK originally, but Mississauga, I grew up there in the GTA, so I had a GTA mentality when I came here.
Yeah.
So my family and I, we rented a trailer at Smallwood Acres over here. And it was just so much fun, and it was 45 minutes away from our house.
Yeah.
And my wife and I said, I love it here. Let's move here. Never mind having a trailer here. So we moved here. But one thing that you have to know, and people in the GTA that are watching this and have never lived in a small town, people in small towns live on a different time frame. We're slow moving, more passive, friendlier,
a little more laid back.
So
if you can't handle that, don't move here.
Don't move here. Don't bring your stuff here.
We don't need idiots.
And we say hi when we pass each other on the street.
You go into a convenience store in the GTA and buy a candy bar or a pack of smokes or whatever you're going to buy, a pop, and the guy doesn't even look you in the eye. He just throws the change at you.
Half of them don't even get off the phone.
That's right. You go in and into Hasty Market here, and people talk to you. You go
How's
into
your
Preston's.
day?
How you doing today? It's a small town, and that's what I like about our wonderful town. And we're adopting a Ukrainian family locally here. I saw a post in the Tell and Sell. Tell and Sell is lightening up quite a bit and starting to reach out and be more helpful. I think it's Leah and Katie that are
cracking
no
the
more
whip.
crack.
Cracking the whip.
Yeah, but I must admit, like in hockey, I like fights, and I like watching the people at Tell and Sell and waiting for these guys to turn off the comments.
I don't mind a good heated argument, but it's when it gets to the point of bullying or being an asshole.
Well, and that's what it always.
There's always one. Yeah.
But the other thing is, it's turned into anonymous posts now, and a lot because of what's happened in the past. A lot of people, a lot of members, are posting anonymously because they're not being. Then they can't go to their profile and search out who they are, and that's quite often what happens. And then they get personal.
So we had an accident in Milton.
Yeah.
Local guy, yeah.
Halton Regional Police, they provided an update to the deadly crash. The man that died in the collision, 37-year-old Georgetown man, according to Constable Steve Elms. And his name, as of airtime, has not been released, so we don't know who this 37-year-old is. But there you go right there, Milton. I mean, it's a nut house there.
Yeah.
In the mornings, and you're driving around
5 years in a row,
yeah.
fastest growing city in Canada.
Yeah. And
5 years in a row. They went from 55,000 people to 155,000 people in 4 years. Like, that's incredible. When I was plowing down there, we had 48 routes that we did as truck drivers. They're now up to, I think they said 96 routes now. There's that many more streets in town. Like, that's insane, the amount that you think. And I was bringing a guy back from Oakville Hospital the other day, and they're doing a whole nother whack on the other side of Bronte Road now. So it's like, holy smokes, man.
Well, wait until Ashgrove starts to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, that is going to be...
That's the next section, right?
And they have to have their own stores there, folks. We haven't got the infrastructure to deal with all that traffic.
Yep, exactly.
In our town. Like, we love the fact you're here or coming or whatever.
And I love the fact that they're digging up Hungry Hollow Bridge. They dug it up, changed the lanes and have stopped working on it and haven't touched it since.
I haven't seen them working at all.
Not once.
In fact, and have you noticed when you're going south and you just hit the bottom of that bridge, how the lighting is awful there, and it seems to jut out?
Yeah.
Like the lane, you have to bend right over real fast.
Oh yeah.
And I know it's there now, but boy, you know.
Hopefully they get that done. Town of Halton Hills has appointed Damian Sobolski, Commissioner of Business, Environment, and Culture. Damian, I hope I got your name right. Thank you. I see it.
I think you did.
The move comes as part of an organizational structure change that Chief Administrative Officer Chris Mills says will support the town and into the future. Sobolski is currently Director of Economic Development, Innovation, and Culture. The new position will add climate change, asset management to his portfolio, including economic development, culture, affordable housing, equity, diversity, inclusion, truth, and reconciliation. The guy's got his hands full.
Yeah, he's got a big job there.
That's a big job and a lot of stuff to manage, so we welcome him to the town of Halton Hills, and he's got a lot of work ahead of him. You know, I think climate change is probably the key one, and the housing is going to be the other one, I think. So,
and the mayor, of course, is hanging him up in October, so there's a couple in the race for the new mayor position.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny without Rick. He's been here so many years. It'd be interesting to see what happens.
I've known him since high school, so
yeah. It's
you know.
And of course, we wish Rick all the best, and we've got to get him on the show sometime. He's not moving away from the area. Maybe we'll go up to Wasaga and do a remote from his trailer.
There we go.
And you can feed us and give us the nuptials too, there, Rick, when we come up. All right?
Absolutely.
So there's a challenge. It'd be a nice weekend for the three of us too, wouldn't it? Hey? Yeah. But Rick, of course, has a trailer. What's it? Not a trailer. He's got a cottage.
He's got a cottage up there.
So he spends a lot of time up there, but he's still going to be around, and we will get him on the show. Maybe we'll get Brian Lewis on here.
Yeah, who knows?
We should, ask them. I mean, they're more than welcome to come on here. And
so there's your invite.
There's your invite right there.
So,
but of course, we wish Mr. Sobolski well with his huge list of things he has to do.
Huge list.
Yeah. The Georgetown Hospital Volunteer Association donated $60,000 to the Georgetown Hospital. In addition to their invaluable hours of service, the Volunteer Association continues to find creative ways to raise funds. This is according to Janet Skupski, Interim Chief Operating Officer at Georgetown Hospital. This year's check for $60,000 demonstrates the unwavering commitment and generosity of all the volunteers. The dedicated service to the hospital truly enriches the patient experience as well. And we support our local hospital because we're very lucky to have one in town. And people that complain about the hospital, at least it's there, you know.
You know, we get a lot of visitors coming in from the Brampton area that because
shouldn't be there.
Because their hospitals are so bad and backed up and whatnot, and that's an issue. You know, even Todd last night watched it at Guelph. You know, they have a nursing staff shortages that are crazy. But on that note, I want to let everybody know, Lance Brown, my good friend at the Georgetown Beer Store, had told me that all donations once again are being collected for the Georgetown Hospital Foundation, like they did last time, because I think it was just $110,000 I think they raised.
Wow.
That's a lot of beer drinking.
Yeah.
So let's hit that mark once again. So everybody at Georgetown Beer Store, donate your beer bottles, and all funds are going to be going to the Georgetown Hospital. So that's very cool.
They've been doing that for a long time. I remember
great idea.
Foster the Moose and I back in the day. There, we were standing there with our little.
Well, it's so funny, you know, because him and Tammy. I've known Tammy since she was 10 years old. Seeing them out there some days just sweating their butts off, because some days are just, the donations are flying in, right? They got all those big crates out front, and it's so hot. It's just, but great thing. I love
for a great cause.
It is. I love that they do that. So very cool. Another deadly crash we got to talk here about quickly. On Thursday, the crash involved 3 vehicles, including a stone hauler. It occurred just before 12:30 p.m. at the intersection of Steeles and 9th Line South. Constable Steve Elm said on Monday that a 45-year-old Oakville woman died in the crash, and 2 others, a 52-year-old Oakville man and a 61-year-old Mississauga woman, were transported to hospital with serious injuries. Their next of kin notified, but
That's
sad
a terrible spot.
and it was
an
from what I understand, it was shut down for like 9 hours or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Like it
I
was
remember.
crazy. It was, so unfortunately, yeah, it's fatality in that. And
How many accidents have they had at Steeles and Ninth Line? I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
oh god, yeah, it's
I
brutal.
mean,
there.
it's people coming around that corner too fast most of the time.
Yeah. Or trying to make
coming
the
from the Winston
trying to make the
Churchill.
left turn and
Yeah.
get. Oh, I gotta get ahead of that truck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And it's that intersection, and also Five Side Road and Ninth Line is another one where there seems to be
Ninth
a lot
Line
of-
has so much traffic on it. It's incredible.
Yeah, they have to. Well, they put a new surface down up towards 10 Side Road there.
Mm-hmm.
New pavement down there, which is. Can you paint the lines in the middle of the road, guys, please, so we know which side of the road we're
Or,
supposed
so
to be on?
we know it's
Yeah.
the other idiots that don't know.
That's right. It's always the other people you have to worry about.
So cops are going to new technology, are they?
Yeah, they are. Halton Police making a full-time switch to electronic notes for all of its officers. So
Hopefully they're
there's
not
no
on
more-
Rogers today.
Yeah. Have you noticed he's getting shots into Rogers all the time? Of course, I'm on Bell.
Me too.
Same here.
And,
Well, my home is, but
officers in Halton have been using electronic notes, I guess, limited basis since 2015, but it will become the standard for its more than 750 officers. Note taking is a key function for police officers, and the traditional notebook and pen has been useful for officers for over a century is out the door, so no more. Yeah. Oi, what's going on here then?
Those little
Let's have a
notepads
look
they
at-
pull
If
out,
you had a
yeah.
little notepad and this. And he was playing the boogie
the
woogie
Woogie music. We actually play that song in Crazy Chester.
Isn't that
so.
awesome, son?
This is cool to see this come back. Georgetown Rib Fest is returning to the fairgrounds this weekend, running as of today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Our very good friends,
I can smell the ribs, man.
Matt and the gang from Wicked Truth are headlining on Saturday night. They're going to be playing I think they start around 7:30 on Saturday night. So yeah, going to be a blast. It's great to have Rib Fest back. Justin Brown and the Northern Heat Rib Series. I've been dealing with them for, I guess, about 6-7 years now, and a lot of people don't know this, but I was the one who brought them in and got them here in town. And it took a lot of work. It took 2 years of work to get them here, and we're just super happy. They, like I say, it starts Friday about 4 o'clock today, Saturday from noon till 11 p.m., and Sunday from noon till 7 p.m. Admission and parking are completely free, which is awesome. Lots of craft beer manufacturers are going to be there, and some dynamite music. And just a full day of music and ribs, man.
Oh, you can smell the ribs from here, man. I'll tell you.
I
love
will be
ribs.
going to get some tomorrow, yes. Definitely.
You got a busy weekend.
I got a very stupid busy weekend, and losing a bass player didn't help. But Ken, I hope you get better, my friend.
Yeah, poor old Ken. He's got the COVID, eh?
Yeah, he's had it all week.
Yeah.
But he said he tested, I think it was yesterday, Thursday, and he said he was fine. And he tested this morning, and
Well, remember when we all got sick? Remember, all of us.
Yeah.
All three of us were sick at the same time, and but I found out from my doctor. He told me, yeah, you just got the regular flu. It's all right.
I still don't know if I agree with that.
But I don't know. But it knocked me out. And the
It
thing
was a
was,
good month before we were right
that's
back.
that's right.
100%.
Remember, we came back out for a week, and
Yeah.
and you felt sluggish, and then you went into it again. So it hit you twice. And so I'm wondering, hey, maybe if I did have it original, I don't know. But you don't want it, and we wish him all the best.
absolutely.
And he didn't want to miss this gig. He loves playing.
Oh
you
God,
know.
yeah, especially this one.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a good sized one for us. So
What's going on here? A project that will bring a dozen affordable units, apparently.
yeah,
Is it my story or
there we
yours?
go.
I've
No,
lost.
it's yours.
Okay, it's a project that will bring a dozen affordable units for individuals with special needs to Acton. Has been given the go-ahead by the Halton Hills Council. The two-story community housing building that Support House plans to build at 47 Mariah Street was approved during the July the 4th council meeting. So 47. 40 Mariah is the building, so 47 would be on the other
It's got
side.
to be the other side. There's got to
So
be
they
that white
already-
house.
They already have a house there, but are they
There's a
building
house
another
there.
one?
They must
one.
have to be building something. 20. How many units? What is it?
12, is it?
12.
We need more. We need more than that. Affordable housing has become
An oxymoron.
it's become something that we really are getting concerned about.
Very much so.
People who've lived here all their lives and were born here are having to leave because they can't find anywhere to go. Like Leah had to go to Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
And,
Well, I'd be in the same boat if I didn't have this place. I don't know where I'd end up.
So would I. I mean, you see a lot more people that have roommates nowadays because it's very expensive to live. And those that are out on their own, God bless you. I don't know how you're doing it.
Very
Because
carefully.
Yeah.
even like going into a grocery store, and the little bags of roast beef you buy, and $6 it used to be. I saw it in the last year go from 6 to 7. Now, if you want a package of roast beef, this is just one example, it's $8.
Yeah.
And that adds up.
Oh God, yeah.
People
God,
can't
yeah.
afford to go out and eat anymore.
And that's what we're even seeing in the bars, I think, too, is that, people are still going out, but they're going out for a light meal, a drink or two, and it has nothing to do with drinking and driving. They can't afford to sit there and drink and then take a cab home.
But they still want to go out.
Yeah, they still want that sensation of being outside and this and that, because I drove by Symposium the other day and that patio was just packed.
Yeah.
Absolutely packed. So, it's like I said, we're not getting back to a normal. We're getting back to a new reality.
Yeah.
And things have changed, and the cost of living's just gone stupid for everybody between the gas and this and that.
The way people live their lives has changed with COVID. This DoorDash and food
Skip
on
the
wheels
dishes
and whatever. This did that exist before COVID? It was there, but it was very small. Now it's grown.
Yeah.
And it's become the new norm.
Yeah.
People don't want to go to restaurants anymore. They'd rather eat in their own home because they feel safe there.
Well, that and it's cheaper.
Cheaper.
I can have a couple of beers at home and I don't have to worry about taking a cab.
It is great, though. I mean, I know these guys are taking away from the restaurants, but these guys are making a living too, and they're bringing Shoeless Joe Burger to you. They're bringing a McDonald's Big Mac to you. They're bringing an Appalachian burger to you. Like, you've got the variety there, and you can eat it in your own home. So I know there's two sides to that story with the DoorDash and stuff, and the restaurants, but it's creating business for the restaurants, and you have to look at it like that. You're into them. He's into them.
I noticed they're slowly making it right in front of him.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that. Today we're doing Joe's marshmallows.
Joe's.
But I thought this was kind of funny. So they always, on packaging here in Canada, they have to put the nutritional facts on the back of everything, right? Even water has it, right? There is nothing nutrition about these.
No.
So why they call them nutrition facts?
Yeah. There's no nutrition
There
there
is
at all?
no nutrition to these whatsoever. So come up with a different name, guys. I just thought it
So
was kind of silly.
if we were stranded on a desert island with 7,000 boxes of these, we would probably end up dying a horrible
I'd be
death.
dead.
Yeah, you would.
I'd be dead.
Diabetic, you'd be out of it.
I'd be done.
But aren't these amazing, though?
They're so
it
good.
They are. And
Well, no,
addictive.
I checked and my blood sugar's dropping. So
And you know
I'm
what's
watching a few of them.
addictive? Are terracotta cookies.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, my God. I got a bag of raspberry white chocolate. It's white chocolate, shortbread, and raspberry cookie. And my God, I'll tell you, just died and went to heaven. So terracotta cookies, and you can go right on Armstrong and buy them there.
Yep, they're right
And
there.
they got their own store. You guys rock with those cookies, man.
See, I like the chocolate house and the chocolate covered sponge toffee.
Oh, will you stop it?
There's no such thing as getting it and having a bite. The whole package is gone as soon as it's open. I
one of
can't
those.
do it.
I was never a big pop drinker, and I'm still
neither.
not a big pop drinker, but somebody bought me a Mountain Dew watermelon about a year ago, and I'm hooked on them. They blow your head right off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and they're not energy drinks,
No.
so you don't have to worry about the ticker, but just the taste.
I don't know how
of it.
those.
Sure.
I don't know if you guys have tried Mountain Dew watermelon, and the lemonade one is awesome too, but Mountain Dew have a kick.
Oh, God,
They
yeah.
have a kick, man, I'm telling you. And it has to be cold. Has to be cold. I've got that off my mind now. I didn't know which show I was going to to put that on.
All right. We want to
about our
remind you that we have an online radio station. A lot of more people are tuning in now because we've got Don Cherry on the station as well.
Don Cherry, exactly.
You've got Big Daddy Russ Horton in the mornings, Leah Lywood in the mid-morning, myself in the afternoon, Willie the Gatekeeper at night, along
And
with
Moose Tracks,
all kinds
Canadian
of great
6
shows.
7.
Your local news, your local weather, your local sports, all about Halton Hills. Tune in, check it out, take us to work. I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
And on the weekends, we've got a huge library.
Oh,
because
crazy.
we have our 3 radio stations sharing the library. So Halton Hills Online has access to the FM 108 library, which is absolutely massive. I know because I put it together myself. Over 15,000 songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s in rotation. We don't play the same 20 songs over and over again, or the same 300. You know, that's something that Rockin' Ray Michaels and I always disagreed about when we were partners. Was you only want to play about 400 or 500 songs, buddy. That's why I created this radio station, so I can get away from that. You know, and God bless Rockin' Ray. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just the way he looks at radio.
It's the way
is the top 40 major market
everybody
way.
in Canada
But this
is
is
entitled to their
online.
opinion.
And this is, we can do whatever shit we want to do.
Exactly.
You know, and we can play, we play local musician. She's going on about Bill 11 again.
C11.
C11. Okay, so we've got local musicians. We've got 50s, 60s, and 70s. On the weekends, we have in the morning a show just for the seniors. Just playing Buddy Holly, Chubby Checker, all the old 50s before the Beatles. And then we have oldies over the lunch hour on Saturday and Sunday. And country music for 4 hours every afternoon. Because we are a small town, and there's a lot of country fans. I mean, look at our musicians.
Yeah.
90% of them are country based, rock and roll, but they're basically country based or rhythm and blues. But yeah, we have, and on the weekends we have the Big 20 show, which is our new, the freshest of fresh, all the genres and all the new music, and that's on from 6 o'clock on Saturday night. And Bill Smith, of course, with the amazing blogger from Toronto who's jumped on board with us. He's also a music director for the radio stations. So, and he's commercial free every Saturday and Sunday night. So, you want, and we're not a podcast, we're a radio station.
Don
Cherry.
time.
Don Cherry is on Saturday mornings on Halton Hills Online. Every Saturday morning at 9, it's on through the week as well. You have to look for, we have all the times listed on all the stations, right?
Yeah.
You can go ahead now.
Good. We're going to wrap it up. We want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. Big Daddy Russ Horton, myself, Leah Lywood. We're brought to you by?
Of course, Max Tires, 905-873-9255. Lowest prices on tires, sexy accessories in the store, I'll tell you. Sexy ones.
Sexy.
Oh, a buddy of mine has a Jeep. He put some rims on. That looks nice. And, of course, Fred's Towing and Easy Taxi. Hello to them, too. And I guess we're just about wrapping it up.
We're pretty much done. Yeah, we're good to go. We want to thank everybody once again for tuning in, and have yourself a fantastic weekend. It's beautiful weather outside. It's supposed to be gorgeous all weekend as well. Rib Fest going on at the fairgrounds. Make sure you check that out. Go see Wicked Truth on Saturday night. Say hi to the gang. So,
community is driven by community. You navigate.
We drive.
There you go, right there. Hello, Mark Panopoulos. You thought I forgot you, didn't you?
Cheers, everybody. Have a great weekend and be safe out there.
Right on. Oh, my Raptors shirt. There you go.